Hey, this is a special episode of Two Cranky Guys because we're live. I'm Ty.
I'm Will.
And today we're talking about Halloween. Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, Will doesn't really like Halloween. I really do like Halloween. This is all my stuff. And
Not my stuff.
it's not his stuff.
It's not my stuff.
My house has been decorated since the end of September.
I believe it.
And your house is not going to get decorated.
It's not gonna. My house is gonna get a big trash can in front of my front door. All my lights will be off. All of my living room lights will be off. And really, if I weren't inside hanging out with my family, I'd be sitting on the front porch with a hose, just
Spraying
waiting,
people.
just waiting.
Jeez,
for them
man.
to come walking up. Hi, Mister. Do you have any? Stop!
That sounds like you might get arrested. But hey, you know, different strokes, different folks.
My lawn, okay. So yeah,
No,
I
yeah.
respect that you dig Halloween. I respect that you are all about this stuff. I'm not much into gore or.
Well, I don't think you
slasher
necessarily. I mean, there's no blood here, really, guys. I mean,
No.
You can scare people. You can have a lot of fun without having the gore. I appreciate the gore, and I understand why it's there. But I think there's plenty of ghost stories and other horror movies out there that don't use the gore and the blood, and they're still very effective. They're still pretty scary.
Like Paranormal Activity and what's another one? They got that new one coming out, The Boy.
Oh, The Boy. Yeah, that looks kind of freaky.
Freaky.
Yeah.
So then, I know why I don't celebrate Halloween. Like I said, I don't like the whole going out begging for candy kind of a thing.
Right.
Well, why do you celebrate Halloween?
I feel like it's the time of year where I really feel like a kid again. Like Christmas, people are like, I feel like a kid again at Christmas. I'm like, that feels like an obligation holiday. Like you feel obligated to go do stuff with your family. You feel obligated to spend time with people that, usually you wouldn't make plans for these people at all.
Yeah, but Halloween, you're obligated to put candy in these little kids' bags.
No, you can turn off
or
your light.
egg your house or
well,
throw toilet paper at your trees and.
Well, then you have a bad group around your house, I suppose. Because this
Honey,
is
we live in the hood.
You live,
again.
yeah. I think you live in the hood. I think that's probably what it is. Man.
I can't catch a break.
The thing is, I live like across the street from you. So I mean, come on. Are we both in the hood? Probably.
I think we're both in the hood.
We're both in the hood.
Then how am I getting egged? Oh, I know why. Because you celebrate with these people.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. But it's not a holiday that you have to do. You're not expected to do something. You're not holding anybody for ransom. Like the kids hold the parents for ransom for Christmas. The parents hold the kids for ransom for Christmas. Like, I want this for Christmas. Well, you better wait because Santa's watching and all this kind of stuff. And the parents are doing the same thing. Well, we better get this stuff for my kid, and they end up driving each other crazy. So that's one reason.
At any point, does the parents ever say, do the kids ever say, I guess the last 10 months don't mean jack. I just got to be good for November and December.
Yeah, that's when it usually starts. It's probably about in November. Even though the Christmas decorations seem to come out about, I don't know, July.
Now.
July, yeah.
July.
They're already out. So, at any rate, guys, I wanted to give you some ideas, some things to do for Halloween, and horror movies are way up at the top. I think, for those people who used to tell ghost stories, now we got horror movies. Those are great things. And I really got into the Friday the 13th stuff this year. I watched everything, and I'm going to help you out because all the rest of the Friday the 13th movies are pretty horrible. I think Freddy vs. Jason is a lot of fun. Jason X is a lot of fun.
All of them are horrible.
They're pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I mean, the first 7 are just bad. I mean,
so right now you've been sitting here. You've watched all of the Halloween movies.
And Friday the 13th. I have watched all the Halloween ones too.
All the Friday the 13th movies. The top one on your list
is the remake. The remake is great. The remake was wonderful. They took everything that they had from the previous movies. They made it make sense. And Jason actually seems like a legit character. Like he might be real. Like Leatherface, when they did Leatherface originally, it was like, oh, that dude lives in Texas and he's cutting people up and eating them. Now Jason feels like the dude who lives out in the forest that if you go into his neighborhood, he's going to kill you.
And you think this is what spawned the creation of the Kickstarter campaign to start a Friday the 13th?
Yeah, there's a Friday the 13th video game where it's a multiplayer game. You can play as the counselors or you can play as Jason. And I really want people to go check that Kickstarter out because it looks like a lot of fun. Between me getting to go through the entire series, not being a Jason fan or anything like that, and now I'm ready to get a hockey mask tattoo. I really like Jason a lot. I think it's fun. I'm looking forward to that Kickstarter coming out, and we can play play as counselors, play as Jason or anything like that. I'm just having a great time, and I hope you guys have a good time for Halloween too.
Stay safe out there, folks. And this has been another episode of Two Cranky Guys.
But it's weird because we're live action. This is strange.
That is kind of funny.
It's weird.